shining bright on the ranch. So good to see you. So good to see you. It feels like it's been forever. But we are brought to you by Echo Craft Creative Studio, our new sponsor. We love them. They are so good to independent artists. You want to check them out. You want to help with visuals, anything from a website to commercials to like shorts for music, creative branding. Now, there's supposed to be a QR code, but I don't know where it went. But we'll find it and we'll try to get it up. So you can search for them, tell them Randie sent you, because then you get a better deal, of course. So good to be back. We have our radio stations, My Indie Radio over in Paris. We have Plow Zone in California. And of course, Blast Music 24/7 is also on board. And again, all our streaming radios, everything from Overcast, Pod Paradise, Castbox, Podbay, Roku TV, they're all there. So it's really good to see you guys. I know I haven't been here. I've been in Atlanta. Shameless promotion. I did come back with an award as Emerging Artist of the Year. So I had a good excuse not to be on the ranch, but it's always good to be back. So thank you everyone for coming back and watching. So we have a great show tonight. I met through a friend of a friend. So I love when that happens, when we have some great referrals to the ranch. So let's bring on Mark Place. Hello, Mark.
Good evening, Randie. How are you?
I'm good. Now that we finally got Alex, you know who to stop talking. It was the funniest thing. We were having a conversation and then she just took over. Out of the blue.
You had to be there. It was great.
You had to be there. You kind of missed how funny it actually was. Would not stop. Okay. So, let's start with the basics. Where are you from right now? Where are you chiming in?
I'm in Connecticut, on the Connecticut shoreline, which is the Long Island Sound. And beautiful day. Wow. Here, 75 degrees, no humidity, sunshine, beautiful. Great day.
Does sound beautiful. And you have a nice view of the water?
Yeah, I typically go take a long 3-mile hike along what they call the Moraine Trail here, which is on the water, but it's when the glaciers receded, whatever tens of thousands of years ago, they left these immense boulders. And then there's this trail that goes along the shoreline, and I do that as my walk every day.
Oh, what a great way to start the day.
Beautiful, peaceful. Yeah.
Yeah. Something about water that's just so calming. Is that your creative space, like out there, or is it inside?
Well, you're a songwriter, so you know that these things come to you. Lord knows how, why, when, right? So yeah, sometimes they do. It's a great thinking space, that's for sure. And especially when you are thinking after you record and before you're going to mix it, you know, how to work out all the pieces of the puzzle. It's very good for that.
Yeah, you probably have everything set by the time you get back.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything falls into place.
Yeah, and just, you know, being able to look out and have a big vista, you know, to look out unencumbered. It's great. Wonderful.
Okay. And we do have some people listening in. So I'd love to know where you guys are listening from. Let us know. Say hello. Love to hear from you. A couple people already, which is really great. So you've been in the business for a long time and you have a really interesting resume. And this show has always focused on indie artists, which is a whole different animal. But you actually have been in both worlds where you did have a record label for a while.
For a while, yeah.
And then you were an indie artist. I'd love to hear what you see the differences. Are there benefits to being indie? What are the benefits of, you know, the other side of that?
Well, my hat's off to people these days, because it used to be you were a performer or a songwriter, and then Beatles came along, and then you were the writer and the performer, and then you left everything else up to your manager, the record company, all these other components and ancillary components. Nowadays, for you to get lift, you got to have your own home studio. You got to write your own stuff. You got to produce your own stuff. You have to be your own marketing agency. You have to be your own PR firm. You have to book your own gigs, and then herd cats to get the people in the band to show up on the right day at the right time. There's like so many more elements to it these days than, back a while ago. But then again, if you do it well, you stand to, I guess, better benefit from it, because you're not being asked to do something other than what's in your creative sense, right? You get to control your kind of creative destiny.
Yeah, for better or for worse.
For better or for worse, right? Whether you want the guidance or not. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's true, because when you have somebody behind you, a label, a management, anything, they have a lot to say about what you do, when you do it, and where you're going to do it.
Absolutely. So, like, for the album I did for Columbia Records, I think I wrote and recorded some 65 songs.
Okay.
Of which they got to pick which 10 went on the album. And, and I would say, well, how about this one? And they would go, nah.
Really?
Yeah. So, interesting. The title track for the album was actually picked by a rap artist that happened to walk in one of the offices one day and heard one of the VPs playing the song. So, wasn't my control, but, I guess as you get up in rank, you get to, have more say on things like that. But,
yeah,
a simple thing like trying to get your lyrics printed on an album sheet, an insert was, big deal to negotiate,
They didn't want to do that? They didn't want to give people the lyrics?
No, money. It cost money for printing.
Yeah, and you have so many people with their fingers in the pie.
Yeah.
They're making these big decisions, and they want to get a lot of it.
Yeah.
But they're putting a lot into it.
That's right. Well, yeah. Yeah, they were. Back in the time of that album, they very much played a role in getting your recognition out there. Although in my particular case, I think things happened to come my way that then the record company took over. Interesting. I can give you an example if you like.
Yeah, sure.
Real quick. Before an album is released, oftentimes a label is going to send out X amount of copies to people that they might be considered influencers. Maybe these days you might call it
of the day, right?
Of the day. Yeah. And one of the people that heard pre-release on the album was a young director doing a TV show named Michael Mann. And Michael had a show back then called Miami Vice.
Yes.
And Michael called and he said, I like the album and I'd like to do 3 episodes. They used to put a song in an episode, one episode. It really helped resurrect the Who's career. I know that Eminent Strunt came through that, and I'm not a huge TV watcher, but I, kind of peripherally familiar with the show. But, he offered up a number and I said, yeah, that sounds good to me. And, it selected 3 songs and then it went to the label. And then the label said, well, we can't do that deal. It has to be bigger numbers and all this stuff. But they wound up negotiating.
They said no to Michael Mann?
At the number that he wanted. They tripled the number eventually.
Oh, they got more from him.
Yeah, they got more out of the show. And so they now controlled it and they took advertising to promote it and blah, blah, blah. However, luck plays a role in all of our careers. And unfortunately for me, when the first episode was about to, launch, a writer's strike, a Hollywood writer's strike hit, and they canceled all new shows. So, there goes, ouch, and you get stuck, in the grinder there.
That's so tragic.
Yeah.
The moment you're actually watching TV for the first time and blah.
Yeah. But onward we go, right? We pick it up and we keep moving.
Did they eventually play it?
No.
Are you kidding me? They never circled back to it?
Even worse, Randie, what was right around the corner is that CBS was founded by Mr. Paley on radio and TV, which was sputtering at the time. Okay. And they were controlling the technology of CDs and how to play the CD players, the CDs themselves. They had patents that cover it. However, there was this other entity over in Japan called Sony that was developing what they called the DAT tape, digital audio tape.
I remember DAT.
And there
for
was
half a
DAT,
second. Yeah.
And the DAT machines, very popular in recording studios. DAT tape, yes. It was very popular.
They never quite translated outside of studios, though.
You know why?
Why?
I can tell you why. Because CBS fought the legal battle for a while, and then with TV sputtering, said, we don't want to pay the lawyers anymore. We're going to sell Sony the rights to CDs and the CD players and Columbia Records and the movie business and, and Mel Tillis, right? You love Mel Tillis. It's all in the timing, right?
Yeah.
So that's what hit. And so not only the writer's strike, but then the sale of the label. And so all the people here in the States got demoted out and, but onward we go.
Yeah. Wow. So since the show didn't play, you didn't get your money?
Oh, no. No.
Oh, God. Ouch. Ouch.
No.
Oh, that hurt. All right. So now let's fast forward to your now indie career, because you have obviously new music. Let's talk about Weeds.
Okay. I always felt that was a well-composed song. It's a song that has to do with youth and the constant evolution of youth and the realization of who am I in this world kind of thing, And so just took that theme, called it the Weeds because it's going to bloom and it's going to blossom, eventually it'll turn into a healthy flower or something, but right now at that stage of, the who am I, where do I fit in the world kind of stage. That's what the Weeds is all about. The weeds are standing on the corner, stretching in their midnight sun, looking for their piece of action. Yes, each and every one, so.
Yeah, wait, though, that kind of fits the description of every indie artist out there too.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. So, Lord knows how the song came to me, but I do know it was a demoed song for the CBS album. And I just knew when I wrote it and we recorded the demo for it, I said, this is a special song. This one goes, I think Walter Becker and Don Fagen used to say there's the A catalog and the B catalog.
Yeah.
So this one went over to the A side, for me, although the record company, Columbia said, nah.
All right. Let's listen to, and for those of you who are watching, we're going to see the video of The Weeds. we are back on the ranch. We are brought to you by EchoCraft Creative Studio, your one stop for all independent artists, especially with the professional visual needs, visual branding, commercials, music video visuals, and things like that. Can really go a long way. Shorts right now are everything on YouTube and everywhere, especially TikTok. So they could help with all of that. We have our radio stations, My Indie Radio, Plow Zone, Blast Music 24/7. And then we have all our streaming platforms. You can find us everywhere you want to be. And right now we're with Mark Place. We just heard his song Weeds. It has a really cool vibe. Your vocals were a little buried there.
Engineering decision.
Aha. And who was the engineer?
Should I say his name? Greg DeCosta.
Okay.
Firehouse 12 Studios. Great studio. Greg's a great guy. At that time, it was thought that that was a vogue approach.
Okay. Now the lyrics are all out front, all the lyric videos and things like that. So it was a really cool vibe, though. I like it.
Thank you.
I like it. So, okay. And so that song's been around for a while.
Been around for a little while. Yeah. It's been up about 3 years now, I think.
Okay. So it's a COVID song? Coming out of COVID, probably.
Coming out of our drummer, Al Bartozzi, wanted us to do NPR, Tiny Desk Submission.
Okay, the Tiny Desk series, yes.
So what you saw was us in our bass player's basement. That's where we rehearsed. Jim Lawson, my dearest friend, bass player dude, Jim Lawson's house. And my son August stood with his iPhone and turned around and just kept filming us as we played the song.
Oh, that's cool.
That was our Tiny Desk, first time Tiny Desk submission. But I love the song,
Yeah, I do. I like it. And it's so cool that you can get such great videos from an iPhone.
Amazing. Yeah. Again, my son, August Marin, who has his own albums out and his own thing, but he relinquished playing and manned the phone for us.
Oh, that's awesome. So it's not a stagnant shot, which again, we have a lot of audio listeners who don't see that, but it's a really, for a live band, it's a really good shots. It's not stagnant. It's not jumping all over. I mean, it was a really good kind of a live video.
Thank you. I'll tell him he did a good job.
Do you like shooting videos?
No. No. Back with Columbia, I'll tell you, the art, and we'll get to the weeds a little bit later.
Okay.
But, it was an era where they really wanted characters, they made everybody a character, and that's has its own value. And I wanted to make movies. I tried to write lyrics that paint pictures.
Okay.
And, I thought the approach would have a longer lasting cycle, if I can create these visual impacts that aren't me in like a purple outfit jumping around or something, kind of thing. It's good for some folks, and there are some people that pull it off amazingly well. But that was in my era. They were really looking for people to do some sort of, I don't know how, you probably know better how to describe what that's all about.
Yeah. And it's interesting too, different genres, like your Americana, your country, which tell more stories. You're going to see more of the storytelling and acting out the song, where I think some of the more contemporary, the pop stuff, which is more emotions, you're going to see the more characters still, I think.
Right.
Is that accurate? Is anyone, you guys listening, you think that's true? See if they chime in. Okay, go ahead.
No, I think that's an interesting assessment, definitely.
Yeah, it still has its place, and it still could be fun. But I think because streaming has really changed the game. As a songwriter, and you're a songwriter, and you write different genres. You know, the videos go in different directions too,
That's right.
which I think can be a lot of fun.
Yeah. And, if we can all understand that we're just one of many flowers in the garden, so lots to choose from, and variety is the spice of life, so different strokes, different folks, all those sayings, so not opposed to them. Just personally, I like the concept of making a movie rather than
Mm,
looking at me.
right,
Although
right.
the videographer I work with, he's like really pushing. You need to have some presence in whatever the next videos are.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're telling a story, tell your story, or hire someone to do that.
Yeah, well, there's all kinds of approaches. Yeah,
Right. I'm not AIing things, so that is not going to be an approach.
that's a big shift, isn't it?
Talk about a shift. We're talking, a shift from management to indie artist, and now to not even existing AI. It's kind of scary.
Kind of Kelly Bosch. Have you run across Kelly at all?
The name is familiar.
She's totally in AI. She writes lyrics and winds up creating all songs, through Sono, but then creates these like phantasmagorical images, to go along with it. Yeah, we're witnessing a new era. Yeah.
And you know what? If she's pretty open about it and honest,
Yeah.
and it's labeled, I actually don't have a problem with that. Let's see what the copy guy says. Okay, there's always been the variety in videos, performance, a mini movie, Michael Jackson, Thriller, a mini movie illustrating the song's story, or more abstract approaches, leaving things to the viewer's interpretation. And, different. And you know what? Like, because videos are so popular in the age of TikTok,
Yeah.
I've seen the artists take the same song and do all kinds of different videos with it.
Yeah. Again, it's the beauty of, your artistic interpretation, right?
Right,
And don't be limited. Maybe you do all of it.
right, right. And I've had artists on the show. He was a songwriter. He produced all his tracks, but he couldn't find someone that he liked to sing the tracks, and he AI'd it. And he was at the early stages of this, and then some of his music started getting kind of bumped a little bit because a lot of the services are cracking down,
right.
and trying to figure out what they're going to do because it's not going away. But
Yeah,
yeah,
interesting. Keep your seatbelt on and watch where it goes. Yeah.
no, I agree. I agree. Okay, so we have Jackie Ray coming up.
Mm.
Tell me about Jackie Ray.
Jackie Ray. Again, my drummer wanted to do a submission to NPR's the next whatever last year or the year whatever it was last year, the year before, and I said, Al, they're not easy to do. I don't know that having August shoot with his phone is our answer, But went out for a walk around my block, and my neighbor is in that world of video a little bit. And he turned me on to a young video maker, Aiden, and he put us together to shoot this story for NPR. But the word neighbor comes in to play here because 3 houses down from me, there's a family, and they had a young daughter that succumbed to cancer early age. And watching what they went through and everything, about that circumstance generated this song. They had a family friend that was a preacher, religious person that helped guide them emotionally, through all of that. And that's what Jackie Ray refers to. But it's her story, Devin Marie's story, and watching what the family went through. So it's heartfelt to me, but shows I live in a pretty interesting neighborhood.
Yeah, it sure sounds like it.
That 3 doors down, this unfortunate life circumstance happened, and then the neighbor next door to me winds up producing the person to make the video. So it had to come to be, had to come to reality, right here on my little tiny street. Yeah. And
you're still on a street where you talk to your neighbors.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Very cool.
I like that. I mean, I don't hope that's not a dying thing in an area. Like I know my neighbors, but not so much anymore.
I'm very fortunate that way. Yeah. It's nice. Nice to be able to, hi, how you doing? Yeah.
Right.
Conversation. Yeah. All good.
Yeah, it is all good. And you're helping each other and telling your stories. I mean, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Full circle on this one. So, again, all the guys in the band, and actually August is not manning the phone. He's playing keyboards on this. So he's
okay.
Go around.
Let's listen to Jackie Ray. All right, we are back on the ranch. We are brought to you by Echo Craft Creative Studio. Guys, indie artists, you want to look good, websites, ads, music visuals, you got to check out Echo Craft. Tell them Randie sent you because you'll get a good deal. We love our radio stations, My Indie Radio, Plow Zone, California, and Blast Music 24/7 plays us every Saturday. So, um, um, that was a great mix. That really was. And I can hear all the great lines that you have. Fly away to jail. I mean, awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron Rodgers, who shot and edited the video. I think he did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Taking a bunch of ugly old guys and making it look good.
So did you use the recording of that, or it was everything was mic'd and played live?
Yeah. So what we did was spend the afternoon doing both live takes and then syncing to the recorded track, and then he mixed and blended everything.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Very talented young man. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, Billy, where have you been, Billy? All right, really liking that.
Cool.
There's a lot of emojis in that one, so thanks,
Sweet.
Billy. Well, thanks. See, Billy's my favorite, so he's here tonight. See, he thinks I'm looking good. For those of you who can't see me, he's right. No, I'm kidding. It's always the lighting, you know. Anyway, yeah, that had a really good vibe for the type of song that it was, you know.
Yeah. Very well. That one came flying to me, you know. So again, the subject, the subject at hand, how it navigated its way to me. When we do that song live, we actually play a very slow version of the entire song to start, very somber, slow version, and then we break into that. It's
Oh, that plays really well then live. I like that.
Yeah, very much so.
Oh, Billy, I'm sorry to hear you were in the hospital. I hope you're on the mend. And I'm glad you're here listening. You've been missed. So, glad to have you tonight.
Yeah, get better there, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah. Never good to hear. But okay. So there was jail and everything?
No jail.
No jail.
No. She was a cancer patient. She passed away. She succumbed to cancer at 3 years old. Yeah.
Yeah. You see the date at the end. For those of you who don't see the video, there's a date at the end. But you mentioned jail, so I'm like,
no, Angel. Fly away, Angel. Maybe that's.
Oh, and I'm hearing in jail. Okay, and I'm like, I'm miss. All right.
No, that was Elvis. He did Jailhouse.
That's true. Such a tragic song.
Yeah, go on, fly, Angel. You know.
Okay. Oh my. Okay. But use some really beautiful lines in that, and you know, like the vibe of that and the community coming together, even though it was so tragic, you know, and you know, she got her memory of this, you know.
Yeah, and again, full circle in the neighborhood. It just, to me, made it even more beautiful, you know.
Yeah. But you like giving back with your music, because the last song was totally about raising money for UNICEF.
That's correct. Yeah, totally.
So, you know, how you've come full circle, like as an indie artist. I mean, it's all about giving back, bringing back community. And that's exactly what I think music's supposed to do. In one way or another, touch somebody, bring people together, like-minded people together. And to do it as a fundraiser, I just think is magic.
Yeah. And it has been a magical trip. Again, another song that CBS said, Columbia Records said, you know, but you want a quick story on this one?
Sure, I do.
On Eyes of Need. So again, 65 songs that we recorded. This was one that they passed on, but I held on to it. When we started getting back together, again, my bass player, Jim Lawson, longtime friend and bass player, Al Bartozzi, drummer, Mario Donato is current keyboard player, and my son, August Merritt, who's been playing gigs with us since he was 9 years old.
Oh my God.
But anyways, I got a call from a friend in New York, and he said, how would you like to play the Iridium? And I don't know if you know what the Iridium Club is in New York City, but that's where Les Paul held court, so to speak. And, you know, being a guitar player, and I had actually met Les back in '86, had dinner with him one night, and he signed my Les Paul for me. And I was like totally thrilled to, yeah, I'd love to play the Iridium, you know, and how do I do that? And they said, well, send demos. The guy that books it is over in London. So send him the, you know, your stuff. Sent him stuff, waited, you know, how it goes. You wait a bunch of weeks, months, you know, then you finally hear back and they go, well, Mark, it sounds good, but that's what you did in the past. Do you have anything of what you're doing right now? And we did not. So we elected to go in the studio and cut 4 songs just as a demo to go play this gig, you know, in New York.
Okay.
And I was adamant that 2 of the songs, one of them had to be Eyes of Need, because I think that's like a career song for me, you know. And The Weeds, which you've heard, was part of that session. Again, I love the song. I love the keyboard work that everybody put into it. So we recorded the 4 songs and we sent them off to London. And then we're like, oh, we're drooling. Oh, good. We're going to play the Iridium. Isn't this fascinating? 3 months go by. We don't hear a word, you know, we hear nothing. And then we finally get a call back and they go, the Iridium is changing management and, you know, changing hands right now. So, you know, we'll have to put this on the back burner for a while, see what happens. And you go, oh, shoot. Oh, well, take the air out of that balloon, right?
Yeah.
But I showed it to a friend and he said, you know, that song is very powerful. He said, you should make a video out of that. And I said, I don't know how to, you know, make videos other than I stand there, you know. So he said, I'll introduce you to a film editor, you know, film guy, Sam Packinen. We met, we talked about it. We had no budget. We resourced.
And a lot of indie artists don't. You just make things up and
you got it. Things that we
shuffle.
either shot ourselves or things that we pulled from public domain, they call it, you know, things that we put together. And he and I worked on it like 100 days, like a little over 3 months of picking visuals and cutting and pasting them together, collaging them together. But he was Sam Packinen was the guy that, you know, put the final mix of it all together for me, which was wonderful. Sam's a beautiful guy, very talented. But anyways, we put the song together and wow, wasn't that fascinating? Now what do? I showed it to my friend who had introduced us. He goes, that video came out great. You should put it in up for film festivals and try to get it in film festivals. And again, I said, okay, it's out of my area of expertise. You know, I thought songwriting was enough, you know, but now we have to figure out film festivals.
Yep.
Short end of the story, Randie, is we wound up winning 5 international awards.
That's awesome.
Totally awesome. Stockholm, Sweden, Argentina International Festival. We won the LA Movie and Video Film Award, Best Video. We won the real good one for me was the LA Film and Documentary Awards. We won for that, which to me went hit home. It's supposed to be about a little bit of social justice. So that hit home. And then recently, just a few months ago, we won our 5th, and that was the Alpine International Festival. I don't know if you know what Davos is over in Switzerland. The yearly, they pull all the political leaders together. Anyways, in Switzerland, they have this film festival that focuses on social consciousness. And
Okay.
in our video, it tells the story about the havoc that adults wreak on children's lives across the planet. And Eyes of Need, it's their, the sad story of the existence that they get handed to have to, cope with and live with. So winning that award, the Alpine International, was a beautiful thing, just kind of little cherry on top of it all,
Yeah.
which is very cool. And working with UNICEF, they work through colleges and universities. So here where I am, I worked with Yale University students for UNICEF. And this past December, we put together a pretty cool fundraiser where we had the former Assistant Secretary General of the UN was a speaker. We had Aliyah Afshar, who was an executive director of USAID projects in the Middle East. We had Friends Center for Children. Their COO was a speaker. The students, the Yale students for UNICEF were speakers. And we had Dominic Chianese, who's an old dear friend, but Dominic played Uncle Junior on The Sopranos. I don't know.
Oh, right.
And he gave such a heartfelt speech. And for anybody tuning in, you can go up on YouTube and go to Mark Place, Yale, UNICEF, and you can see all the speakers' speeches. So we had a number of speakers. The band played, we did a show, and we raised a bunch of money for UNICEF. And we're planning on doing another now come the fall. And hopefully, we'd like to take that model around the country and work with other colleges and universities around the country to do benefits, to do fundraisers for UNICEF.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. In this video, especially the video itself, the visuals are very powerful. For those who can't see it, you definitely want to go to the YouTube page and check it out. The rest of us, let's watch and listen to Eyes of Need.
Children laying ocean board, they never feel the love they should. I see eyes of need and they just don't look right to me. Smelled hell. I've seen them lined up down by the wishing well. Memories of their million gone for time. Can't you see the eyes of me? Me comforting. Can't you see the eyes of me? Me comfort time. Can't you see the eyes of me? Me comfort time. Can't you see?
And we are back on the ranch, brought to you by Echo Craft Creative Studio. I'm calling all indie artists. If you want to be on the show, find my website, Randie O'Neil, Randie is spelled with an IE.com/shows. Fill out the form and we can get you on the show. We have some comments on that. The copy guy says, God bless you for what you and your colleagues are doing. Mark to help the children. All right. Billy loves it. Thought it was a really great video, and it really is impactful, the video. So.
Yeah, we wanted to create some impact.
Yeah.
Both musically and visually. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we have a few minutes left. Where can people find you?
Come on over.
Doors open. I'm eating now. Come over.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll make you some good chow. We're on all the platforms. Mark Place, it's on YouTube, it's on Apple, it's on Spotify, it's on all those things. And you can trace our evolution a little bit. I think we have about 7 albums up on all the streaming platforms. Would like to put a plug in for our newest album. It's called Vignettes. And it's a series of songs. And early on in my career, I was like, in Dream World, I was signed by Dick James, music publisher, which had 2 clients at the time, the Beatles and Elton John. So this album, Vignettes, is a little bit of a nod to the Beatles' White Album. If you look at the album cover, it's a white album cover. And the fact that they could put Why Don't We Do It on the Road on the same album as Rocky Raccoon, is a marvel to me. They can go a country route or they can go a hard-hitting route. And so, this particular album is called Vignettes because each song is its own little story, So we hope people tune in and enjoy Vignettes.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for chiming in tonight and listening. Our radios, My Indie Radio, Plow Zone, Blast Music 24/7. Everyone who's listening streaming, we love our listeners. Thank you for tuning in. And thank you especially for those who join in every Monday to join us live. Really appreciate you having your comments and listening along. It makes it a lot of fun. So thank you, guys. And Roku TV, again, thank you for everyone chiming in. And we will see you next week on the ranch.
Randie, thank you so very much. What a pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure is all mine. Thank you. Don't know where it's going.